Grant Blackburn. I am hosting the XTM Connect series Figma today, this time with sound. So it's a good start. This is me, so the presenter. So as I said, I'm doing the XTM Connect Figma connector. What we'll be looking at today is the Figma connector. We'll be looking at doing is a round trip of selecting our content within Figma and sending it through. We'll be looking at is our Figma connector plugin. Our plugin can work with both cloud-based or desktop versions. So I know for some people on the call that they have used both cloud-based and desktop ones. We'll be looking at our Figma connector administrators. How does this all work? We'll then be looking at content selection, the ability to select either pages or part of pages or multiple pages. And we will also be looking at project monitoring, how we can actually monitor our projects within the connector. So the actual demo itself, the demonstration, we'll be focusing on is the swift content transfer, selecting our content within Figma, getting it pushed through to XTM where the project will be automatically created. We'll then look into XTM Workbench, which is where our linguists would be working and allowing them to see images. If we've selected images, this will give them the context because context is king, and this would then, of course, or queen. This will allow our linguists to be able to see exactly what they're doing. We'll then also be looking at the translation queue statuses within Figma and the ability to either import a single job or multiple jobs back. And of course, bringing the content back and then actually viewing the content within our Figma CMS. Okay, we'll jump back onto I'll log out here. So the first thing to do is with the XTM Connect Figma, when you are going to be getting the purchasing the XTM Connect Figma from XTM, the first thing we'll do is we will request a Figma administrator to be created on your behalf. The Figma administrator will have access to a version over here. A Figma administrator can then create extra users within there. So the users that are created here would have access to the XTM Figma plugin and be able to select content and send it through to XTM. The first thing to notice, I've got existing users over here. If we wanted to add a user, we just click on the add a user, select the email address, give them a password, their first and last names. The client is set for default for them. The interface language, we then have some options over here. Are they an active user? Can they generate and upload screenshots from Figma? I would say this is super important because this is going to give our linguists context. Ways of importing the translated content. So as I mentioned is we can either allow the user to import jobs separately. So each job they create and push through to XTM, they can import it back one by one, or we can allow them to import all jobs. All jobs will give them access to a button, which I'll show you within the Figma connector. Or the other alternative is we can periodically import jobs every X number of minutes. So this could be a really hands-off approach as things are being done. I'm going to show you an existing user. This is Vasilis. Now, once I've created my first user and I need to create more, I can, of course, use the clone option or duplicate user. So by doing this, create one user, I can then duplicate this out and have a lot of the settings there. I just, of course, needs to insert correct email address, names, etc. So just on here, I've showed you that, but what we also have is the ability to connect to XTM. This is vitally important. You would input your server URL. If you're on a private cloud, you of course would have your dedicated server URL there. For multi-tenant clients, you would get that, you would use that particular URL. So for ourselves here, we are using is the TCL1. Your company name is normally when you log into XTM, you would see it. If you are on a private cloud, for example, you may see as the login name just when you've logged in, you can click here on your user panel and see the name and insert it within there. You would put your username and your password. Vitally important, the user must have a full PM role in XTM. If you are creating this and you say creating a Figma user, what we can do is within XTM, we can specify that that Figma PM user can only access XTM itself via the API. So that would restrict the access there. We also then have is the default customer. You can see these are all the customers that I have within my XTM instance that have been synced. I've created one called Figma. We also have a project template. Now, of course, with the project template, this just makes life nice and simple, as it will have all of these settings and everything pre-configured for you. I have also given it a project name prefix. So in this case, it's VM Figma. You could potentially use something else there. So it could be consumer, it could be product, it could be anything Figma related. Default source language in the CMS, English USA. Enforce user and template settings. This would just mean that each time I use this user, they will always have to use the template settings that are there. So once you've done that, we would hit save. Of course, we can also see here that it's connected. We've done that. The next step then would be is to retrieve the plugin. If it is you're going to be using Figma desktop, the XTM team would need to supply the package to you. If you are using the XTM, the Figma cloud-based option, you can just go into the community, type in the XTM, you'll be able to find the plugin. You can then just install the plugin there once you've done that. I can't install the plugin today because ours is already installed and ready to go. So now we've got through that, we've managed to come our little hiccup of me having no audio. Apologies again. Let us go into Figma. So I've just logged into Figma. Within our Figma over here, I'm going to be looking at the XTM International project. We do have a range of different projects over here. Key points to note here, if your content is in draft, when it gets sent to XTM and it gets returned back, it'll still be in draft. If your content is published already and you push it through for translation, it'll then come back as published content. Just as a little side note. So I'm selecting our project over here. This is, we've got XTM, and I'm going to just increase this little bit of this just to bring it up over here. So here we've got all of our different contents. We've got some screenshots and the likes of that. With Figma, if I click on it, you'll see it's selected all of this content. Do I want to do the rectangle? If I use my shift key, I can select multiple columns. So of course, as you're all aware, you can also drag and include many different items that we're going to be doing. For today, I'm going to be focusing on just a few boxes, and we can see the boxes here. We can see exactly what the content we want to extract out for translation. So I'm going to use my shift, and I'm just selecting those 3 boxes. When I've selected them, I will right click. I will go to my plugins, and I can go to save plugins, and I've got XTM Connect Figma. When I do this, it's going to open up the connector plugin. By default, this will always be your application URL. It will always be there. I just have to use is my username and password over here, which I just have, which is, I have to just find it quickly. These are all the ones that I have. XTM demo, and as long as you remember your password, you're fine. So we've now just opened up our plugin. You will see within our plugin, we've also selected all of the content that we selected over here. And I'm just going to make this a little bit more visible, is pre-appeared. If I click out of here, that content list disappears. So I'm going to just hit these again and select, and we can just see how it's extracted all of the content. We've got our customer, our template, our source language. I also have all of the target languages. These target languages are read from within the customer in XTM and are also coming via the project template. But I don't want to do all of them. I am focusing today just on Dutch. If I had a if I had a project already existing in XTM and I wanted to add content, I'd be able to search in here and we could see I do have an existing project if I wanted to add to it, which I don't in this case. I can also set the due date. It is optional, so I'm going to just say I need it to come back by Thursday. I can hit there. And most important one, generate and upload screenshots. What I want the XTM and the plugin to do is when I create this particular project, I want it to be able to extract out any screenshots that are going to help my linguist work. So I hit send for translation. We can see it's preparing content. It's in the process of sending everything through. We can just see as it's going along. It's now sent, and it's telling me the chosen layers are successfully sent for translation. I can always click on my translation queue, and within my translation queue here, I can see all of my current projects, what is going on. I can also see this is the one I've just created that I'm pushing through there. These are previous ones that I have. You will also see we've got this delete button over here. If you delete anything from here, all we will do is archive the project in XTM. Okay, so we've sent our content through. Let's jump over to XTM, and I'm just going to refresh this quickly. I'll just go project list. I'm going to come to project groups and go to our Figma projects. Go here. So I've got my project group here. You will see within here that it created it for me. It was created by, we've got, the name. We can see the target languages. We could also see the TMs if I was using, which I am, is using machine translation. So our project template, of course, is our workflow. If we're using machine translation, anything like that. I can view the metrics. On this one here, I can see there's 11 segments or 17 words, what's gone through machine translation, what was an ice match. Within the workflow, I have also pre-assigned within the workflow, and I have also allowed this project to automatically start and also automatically finish. This is all done via our project template. So I'm just going to open up here and go in. Opening up the XTM Workbench, the first thing we will see is we can see all of the content that was came through. I also have all of the images. So this is allowing me to see everything there. So I can see quit. It's highlighted there for me. I can see on this one over here, remove the item. That's just that over there. If it was the cancel, I can see. So all of this is allowing my linguist additional context that's coming through. The same time as you'll see, we've now got IDs because each of these images that were created has a specific ID associated with it. So these IDs would always be linked back to that particular image. This would also help us is I know what the image IDs are. I can do a search within the TM. So we would go through the whole process. I'm not going to do the translation today, but this would allow us as a linguist would be able to go through the whole process and validate everything. I'm going to just complete this project. Let's just click over here, actions, finish the project. And you can see the project process has started. We'll also just be able to see here within the files tab, everything was generated. Now what I want to do is go back to Figma and give this just a chance. I'm refreshing the list over there. So within our translation queue, I did mention to you on the user level, I could potentially import all of the current jobs that I have. So what I might do is continually send content to XTM. Then once a week, I come in and I can import all of the jobs that are completed using that import all. If something is more urgent, I can just go to here on the individual job and do the import the item. Yes, we've imported it, and our items are successfully imported now. So that's all good and well. I want to see, what does my file look like, or what does that particular one look like? So I come up to my pages and I'll just scroll down. It's the last page over here. When I click on it, let me just bring this up, and I've got to remember to increase the background there. Well, now actually see, let's increase this a little bit more, is that all of my Dutch is in there. So I've got the important, our article, everything like that. So this just shows the content that has come back, and I'm able to see and select it all. So that it concludes the full round tripping of our Figma connector. I'm going to do is just jump up to see if we have any questions. Okay, so we do have a question here. Are there any plans of the import finished tasks to happen automatically, so without a user having to retrieve the translation manually or having to be logged in order for the jobs to come back to Figma? Yes, so we have the ability within the actual connector here, when you are creating a user, is that you can periodically import the jobs every number of X minutes. So what you can do is you can specify in here if you wanted things to be, say, imported every 10 minutes or every hour. So every 60 minutes, every 120 minutes. That is dependent on the user being logged in. Yes, I think it is dependent on the user being logged in. So what I will do is I will take your feedback and I'll pass it internally to get the team to look into that. Okay. Thank you.